Jacobs Middleweight Madness, Saturday, March 18th.
James Holder, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. We're in New York City, big fight week. Michael Collin on the Friday, as well as Gennady Golovkin taking on the Miracle Man, Danny Jacobs. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by Sean Gibbons, aka Knucklehead. What's happening, mate?
Well, I'm living the dream. I get to come in and see on St. Paddy's Day my Irish brothers fight, my heritage, my people. And then the next night, of course, how can you go wrong with the Triple G fight? So things are doing well. I just left Julio Cesar Chavez in camp. He's looking marvelous. May 6th, I believe he's going to shock the world.
Okay, we'll come on to Julio Cesar Chavez in good time. But first, as you mentioned, I want to talk about Michael Collin, potentially tipped to be one of the greatest Irish fighters of all time. What do you make of the hype surrounding Michael?
I think, Bob Arum is the greatest promoter ever in history. So for him and a combination of Michael Conlan, I think it's perfect. And, time will tell. I mean, what can I tell you? He had a great amateur career. I think he was absolutely screwed. Like he said, he got screwed by the judges. What can you say?
There you go.
So,
Robson Conceição, man.
Yes, absolutely. Viva Brazil, baby. In the house.
Yes, mate.
But at the end of the day, Michael Conlan and Bob Arum, that combination is just magic. So I believe he's as good as Michael can fight and good as Bob can promote. He's got a chance to be one of the greatest Irish fighters of all time.
Does it matter the fact that he didn't get the gold medal? We just saw then Robson Conceição's manager walk out. He won the gold medal in Brazil, got a huge fan base from that. Has it hindered Michael, the fact that he didn't get a fair shake and didn't get the gold, or has that publicity helped him, in your opinion?
In my opinion, there's two things. You either win the medal, or if you get screwed, more people can relate with getting screwed, because how many times in life different things happen. So I don't think it affected him. I think it helped him. If he would have got screwed and just walked out of the ring with his head bowed, he wouldn't be Michael Conlan. He is who he is because, again, what he told the judges, he spoke from the heart, he spoke from the mind, he thought he got screwed. And at the end of the day, this is what he got by the AIBA, F-U AIBA. So.
Well, the repercussions of that, we saw many heads roll. A lot of people lost their positions in the AIBA or whatever the case may be. So hopefully justice did prevail for them.
Well, all I can tell you is AIBA needs to clean house. Those organizations are some of the worst in the world. What they're attempting to do to amateur boxing, they've practically destroyed it. And it's shown in the last Olympics, and it just keeps showing and showing.
Let's talk a little bit about Golovkin Jacobs. The Miracle Man, Danny Jacobs. Everybody likes him. You struggle to find someone who's got a bad word to say about him. He looks in fantastic shape and he's a great fighter. What chances do you give Danny Jacobs of beating Gennady Golovkin?
I think it's one of the livest fights that Triple G's been in. I give Danny a better shot than Curtis Stevens, Kell Brook. At the end of the day, I think early on Danny does very good stuff. But time will tell as the fight goes on. And, I guess I got to kind of go with the consensus. I give Danny a chance, for sure, because he's a big, strong guy. He can punch. Everything's gone correctly for him. But at the end of the day, I got to lean with Triple G maybe somewhere late in the fight, wearing Danny down and getting him out of there.
What would you like to see happen if Golovkin is successful? There's been talk potentially of Billy Joe Saunders to have a unification with Golovkin. What would you like to see happen if Golovkin is successful?
If Triple G is successful, I wish him the best. He's one of the nicest, coolest people in the game. A fight with Billy Joe Saunders would be tremendous because, unfortunately, Viva Julio is going to take his opponent Canelo out of the game. And when Viva Julio beats Canelo, then I'm happy. Hope Triple G finds good fights, big fights, because I think the Julio fight with Canelo is going to be so good. We're going to do Chavez, Canelo 1, Chavez, Canelo 2, and maybe do the trilogy.
Let's talk a little bit about Chavez Jr. I know you're close to Chavez and the camp. You spend a lot of time in there. What's the mood like within the camp itself?
The mood is the best he's ever been in his life. He's actually in love with the sport again. He's enjoying boxing. He's exploring. Sometimes things come at a bad time for you in life. The Sergio Martinez fight, he just wasn't ready mentally for that fight. But that prepared him for this moment now. So again, May 6th, not because I work with Julio, I'm speaking from the truth, the heart. I just see him the bigger, the stronger, and he wants it more. I mean, you can't lose to Canelo. When you're a Chavez, you're not going to lose to Canelo.
It's quite interesting. The Mexican people seem to be, from what I can gather, supporting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. more than they have been Canelo. What do you think the reason for that is?
Well, I think the reason, it goes back to his father also. The Chavez family is more of the people's fighter, the people's champion. His dad connected so well with the Mexican public. Julio goes out of his way to greet his fans, to be around his fans, to take pictures. Canelo, unfortunately, is like the Beverly Hills Mexican. He's living in San Diego. He just seems to be above everybody. Like I'm too good, you know. But Julio relates more with the people of the country, so I think that's why more people are leaning with him, because they look at Canelo kind of as a prima donna now.
Do you think the Canelo fight, Golovkin fight, is just boxing writers and boxing fans wishing, or do you think, regardless of the Chavez result, we'll see that fight in the future?
Like I said again, when Julio beats him, if he wants to fight Canelo, if he wants to fight Triple G,
Do you think they're gonna?
no, I'm saying when Julio beats Canelo,
Excuse me.
be my guest. You want to fight, whatever you want to do. But, you know, Golden Boy's been doing a lot of things. They've been talking about all these different things that Canelo's going to do. If Triple G takes this, take that, they ought to just quit talking about everything until May 7th, because they're going to have to make a lot of new plans after Chavez beats Canelo.
There you go. Listen, Sean, I really
Let me get one last. I got
Please
my man. One momento, please. One momento. Talking about Orlando Salido now.
Okay.
Let me get my Salido, please. So let's throw a little love to Orlando.
I love that.
Got the segue to the new client. Okay,
Give me some information on Orlando Salido, where we're at right now with him.
Okay, so Orlando Salido, we made a fight with Mickey Roman. Salido Roman is done. Unfortunately, we couldn't come to terms with Golden Boy to do it on May 6th. So right at this moment, Orlando Mickey Roman, fight of the year written all over it. We're looking to do the fight April 29th. We're looking to do it early May. Anybody, give me a call, 619-823-6196. If you have a TV network, you want to put it on, HBO, Showtime, ITV, where's BoxNation, Frank Warren, give us a holler. Fight of the year, Salido Roman. That's Orlando's next plans. And then after that, he's open for anything.
He's never in a bad fight. He's a great fighter, and he puts it on the line.
Orlando Salido, ready to rumble.
Yeah, ready. Listen, Sean, as I said, thank you very much.
Great. Get one shot for your promotion of the fight, baby. You get the promotion, huh? There it is.
Where do I get this coat from?
Mexican Super Bowl, baby. Mexican Super Bowl.
Where do we get these coats from, Sean?
Unfortunately, this actually a guy in Mexico City made this for me. Cost $250. Beautiful coat. Anybody wants it, it's look under boxart.com. You can order a coat from him. You can order shirts. You can anything you want. He makes awesome stuff. He can make one of you and put you on the back of the jacket.
Well, my head's pretty big. It'd have to be a damn big
but
jacket.
Hey, we appreciate it. But I just want to say, the best fans in the world, Mexico and England. I've been to both spots. Doesn't get any better. The passion the English bring to the sport is, only second to the Mexicans, I have to say, but it's a close first and second, depending. But the best fans in the world out there.
Well, okay, I'm not going to argue with you on that. All I'm going to say is 90,000 people, Wembley. Leave it at that.
Excellent.
Top
Thank
man,
you.
Sean. Thank you, mate.
Viva England, viva Mexico. Woo!